what it is that we actually want from the situation, from the job, from the family member, from the mom, the dad, or the spouse, or the boyfriend. So we have to understand that no one is a mind reader. Everyone is specifically wired to, they're different. Everybody's different. Nobody's going to know exactly what it is that you need unless you articulate what it is that your needs are, or what your boundaries are, what you're not going to accept, which is typically something that happens at the job interview or during the dating process, or when with family members, when things arise that we don't like, we communicate to them, or should communicate to them, that, hey, I didn't really like how you did this. So in order for me to set a boundary that is healthy for me and conducive for me, I'm going to have to stop you there, and this is what's going to happen if you do this. And also understanding that you can't do everything for everybody. So be honest about your limitations and learn how to ask for help. So sometimes we will have to say no to certain things. So if we feel overwhelmed, a boundary would be, I cannot take on anybody else's problems. So when they do bring those things up, I'm going to say, in this season, I am not able to take on what it is that you have going on. I love you, but I have to set this boundary in order for me to maintain my mental health, or, my self-awareness journey. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Without boundaries, we tend to get off course, and we tend to be codependent on others. So we really have to make sure that we set those boundaries, and that the other person involved sets boundaries as well, so that when no one's codependent on the other's emotions or needs, and things like that. So that is vital in creating healthy relationships, for sure, when it comes to family, children, mom, dad, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it may be. As well as coworkers too. Like, you can set boundaries there. If you don't want to talk about personal things to a coworker, then you can say, hey, you know what? I prefer not to talk about that at work. And that would be your boundary. And anytime that it's brought up, you'll say, or redirect the conversation to say, remember I said I don't want to talk about this at the workplace, and go with that. But I do think that it's vital that we learn how to create boundaries. I think a lot of miscommunication and disagreements arise from not communicating what we want or what we expect. And we expect for people to know what we expect and want. So it's vital that we kind of get out of that mindset. And also, for the people pleasers out there, knowing that you are worthy of those boundaries and people respecting those boundaries. We can't go about life pleasing everyone else while depleting ourselves or neglecting ourselves and our needs and our wants. So don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Set the boundary. If it's conducive to your self-awareness journey, over time, we kind of focus on what everybody else needs, wants, and what satisfies everybody else. But we kind of forget about digging deep into what we actually want, what we actually need. And that's sometimes something that happens when, love is involved, or it's somebody close to us. We kind of try to stay on the up and up with that person. And we kind of forget, well, dang, what about me? What do I need? So we just got to keep that in mind. If anyone is having challenges with creating boundaries, and sticking to them, or learning how to create them and how to communicate them, I do recommend listening. therapy. They will dig deep into that and explain to you the importance of those mentally and emotionally. So, as always, I'll promote therapy for blackgirls.com has a directory of therapists in your area. They are all African American therapists in your area. So they will, when you go to the directory, you will put in your area code or where you stay, and they will give you local therapists in your area that can help you with different things. And this is one of the things that I think is good to have guidance on in order to do it in an effective and healthy way. And I think that is all I got. Set those boundaries, y'all. It's time. It's time. It's time. God has shown us multiple times throughout the Bible how important it is to set boundaries and how important it is to stick to those. So if it's something that's important to him, then it should be important to us without us feeling shame of wanting boundaries and asking somebody to stick to those. So yeah, that's it for this episode. Look forward to our next episode because I'm really trying to drop these episodes on Sundays, so to give you a fresh start to your week, and get you ready for the next week. If you guys have any questions or concerns, you can feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. Mrs. J Austin. That's MRSJALSTON. As well as here on the YouTube channel, the Unhealed Woman Podcast on YouTube. And we will have many more platforms that will roll out here in the future. So just look forward to expansion, some guest speakers. Next episode, we'll have a guest speaker. So it will be more of a conversation than me talking at you. So please look forward to that. It will be worth the wait. Yeah. So y'all have a great night. Be blessed. Set those boundaries. Make sure you set them and stick to them. And have a great night. Thank you.